we start with Maya not wanting to sleep with the Darnell. Flex until the real Darnell stands up. Clay really is everything Toni wants. He's rich, he's successful, he makes an honest living, he has a house on Mulholland Drive, he loves to travel, he can drop whatever he's doing and travel by like tomorrow. He can give her the finer things. He can spend a few grand on paintings. Did I say beautiful house on Mulholland Drive? Like, he's everything that she wants. Too bad she can't get it. Paris first class? Now, this would have been okay if all you did was have the decency to break up with Greg first. But of course, you being greedy. Greed is going to always get you. Greed will always get you out of the game. Toni, how you Miss Bougie without no passport? Now, I get Fresno, but you've been out of Fresno for a while. You probably should have been looking into a passport when you started going to UCLA, girl. I mean, Clay put his foot on the gas. He wants to take her to Paris and has an engagement ring? Okay. Maya would have got on my nerves. Get out. I don't want to hear nothing about you taking a break from your husband and your child. Drive around Claremont. I don't know. Los Angeles is a big city. Sit on one of them freeways in 5 o'clock traffic. Go on the 405 at 5. Don't be in my house wasting up all my electricity and watching all my cable. Toni knows she's wrong for A, accepting Clay's engagement ring, and 2, bragging about said engagement ring, knowing you're in a full-blown relationship with somebody else. Joan went a little too hard in the paint. Like, I get you being disappointed in some of your friends' decisions, but girl, like, you are not that girl mama. If she want to ruin her own life by making stupid, selfish, impulsive decisions, let her. She's grown. Like, you know what? A lot of time, not to compare, but the one thing I liked about Insecure is Insecure, like Molly and Issa would let each other do what they need to do. Because again, like every time you do something, you peep your friend doing some stupid stuff that you know is like, girl, that is not smart. But what are you going to do? Because they're grown. And maybe they need to get burned a little bit just so they can see, like, that was stupid. But you weren't going to believe me for telling you that it was going to be stupid. You just needed to see it for yourself. So she shouldn't have even went that hard in the paint. Like, you didn't need to basically cuss her out. You act like you was Greg and she was accepting Clay engagement ring on you. Not William wanting Ivana quit the force. And do what? Be a housemaid? Be a housewife? Be a housemaid wife? Molly the maid. My only advice to Greg would to be that he needs to talk to Toni. That'd be my only advice. Like, I'm not saying anything else. I'm not getting involved with it. You need to talk to Toni. Maybe I'll listen and be a show, maybe not even a shoulder to cry on. A shoulder to cry on. But I might listen and be like, yeah, right. And because you feel that way, I really do think you need to just say all this to Toni. Like, y'all just need to have a conversation with each other, you know? Because, baby, what I wouldn't have done is what Joan proceeds to do, and that's to open her mouth. I mean, that big trap. Why would you assume that they already broke up and that's why he's over here to talk to you? I mean, first of all, wouldn't Toni have beat him to your house if they broke up? That's number one. Number two, I just make sure everything has happened before you open your mouth and say what has happened first. You know? Like, don't be assuming like, oh, he's over here because they broke up. Like, no. They were going through relationship issues. So he's over there to vent. Not necessarily over there because, oh my God, we broke up. Oh, girl. Now, this is where it gets sticky because now Toni want to feel bad. Now she want to feel bad. Now she want to come to a reckoning. Now she want to do some inner soul searching and realize that Greg is the one. You couldn't have done that 2.5 business days ago before you pounced on Dr. Spencer, got his engagement ring, told him you was going to go to Paris. Now this man over here trying to plan a, what is it? What is it? Not a getaway wedding. Destination wedding. Now this man trying to over here plan a destination wedding that includes your family that he don't even know, ain't never even met. just for you to be like, oh, it's not gonna work out because I don't love you. You could have been told him that on the phone. You need to come all the way up to Mulholland Drive to tell him that. She just wanted another view. Of course, she doesn't love you, Clay. Y'all literally just started sleeping together after like knowing each other for like 3 days, and then you engaged. You got engaged. You proposed, and then you proposed on the fourth day. Like, of course she doesn't love you. That is the most painful part. Giving the ring back. He could have let you keep it for good measure, Tone. Mm-mm. So of course now Joan feels bad because she didn't spill the beans and she didn't told, and Greg knows, messing things up for him and Toni. So she going around asking everybody what she should do, basically. Now she wanted advice on what she should do. I don't know, but it wasn't that. Of course, Greg breaks up with you. But you know, Greg is smooth because Greg didn't even like snitch on like how he found out. Greg just said, I'm sick of this. But maybe it was a little true though. Like maybe he really was sick and tired of trying to make it work. And it wasn't gonna work. I mean, they argue about money and career all the time. Maybe he was sick of it. Maybe he needed a little space to just get his stuff together without the pressure of Toni on his back. So maybe that was truthful. He really was sick and tired and didn't want to keep going, especially if you're cheating on me. Because now I really don't feel like fighting for this.